Alrighty, we love Found North.
But the reviews are a little bit mixed on this bottle.
Well, let's get in and check for ourselves.
All right. I'm Brian.
I'm Debbie.
And we are the Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts. What are we looking at here, Deb?
Found North Batch 11.
And I got it started for her. She's going to pull this. Wax will fly everywhere. And while she's doing that, I'll just read a little bit. Not too much. She doesn't want me to read the whole thing. Ooh. This is... Oh, she's
really
breaking
does.
it. Yeah, I told you. Wax everywhere. This is an homage to Batch 2. They consider that their first true batch, even though there was a Batch 1. Because this is when they, kind of were honing their craft.
Do we have either one of those?
No, I think our earliest is Batch 5. It could be 4, but I think 5. We weren't into it back then.
Mm-hmm. We are now.
All right, so Deborah Ann, that's her middle name.
I don't have a middle name anymore. I don't. When I hyphenated, I left it out.
Oh, okay. I thought she was just going to be like a symbol, like Prince. I didn't know what was going on.
Was it going to be a bourbon bottle?
All right. You got some specs over there. You want to read those specs a little bit?
All right. Guess how many bottles were made?
I got it right here. I don't have to.
7,968 to be exact. Okay. Aged 18 years.
And I'm going to tell you.
That's a long time.
For that many bottles, it doesn't seem like a lot. It sure seems like a lot of stores around us have this.
Is this a bourbon or is this a whiskey?
It's Canadian whiskey because they source it from Canada. 18 years because that's the lowest age stated whiskey in there. What else we got here?
129.8 proof. So right in our wheelhouse.
Okay, so I was interested. The reason I'm saying there are mixed reviews is Doc Martinez from Old Fashioned Ways Plus was saying it drank kind of hot, and his review wasn't all that glowing. He also wasn't crazy about Batch 9, as I recall, but he loved Batch 10. So I'm a little bit scared of trying this, I got to tell you.
MSRP is about $165.
Yeah, and we did okay. We got it for $170 and $160. Mm-hmm. I've seen it close to $200. So that's a little steep. What's the mash bill on this one?
I have to read it. Let's see here. 95 corn, 8% rye, 1% malted barley. Okay.
And this is made, I'm going to read this part here. This is the part that Deb doesn't like, so I'm going to read it. It's got 6 corn components. 3 of the corn components are 18, 23, and 24-year-old corn whiskeys. And they're aged in new wood. And then, like you're familiar with the Peregrine, the original one, aged in that. Then there's 3 other corn whiskeys, 18, 20, and 24, aged in ex-bourbon casks. So it might get a little sweetness there. Then there's 2 ryes, 2 19-year ryes. So I'm done. I'm done, right? So I don't know. The new wood, I have it highlighted. That kind of might terrify me. I'm not sure if we're going to
I feel about that.
She likes the traditional wood. No new wood. Have to call the lawyers if there's new wood involved. All right. Anything else I got in there? No. Okay. All right. We're going to dig in a second, Deb. Don't be rushing things. This is quite a heavy pour here. I might be sipping on some of this later.
Mm-hmm. Not wrong with that.
What kind of Glens are we drinking out of here?
Jephthah Creed.
Yeah. We have a good pick from Jephthah Creed from Bourbon Together. Then we went there.
Not so good.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we had it on a bad day.
Listen, if you're going to invite people in for an experience and to try stuff, wouldn't you be having like your best stuff there? Yeah. They think everyone's going to be drunk. I got to tell you, I just got a faint whiff, but...
It smells nice.
Yeah, this does smell nice. Now, I don't know what I'm smelling, but I know it's not offensive. I was afraid I was going to taste young wood or smell young wood and cedar and this and that. Uh-oh.
A little bit of the heat, but first sip of the day.
Okay.
Nothing yesterday.
So Doc said it was drinking a little bit hot.
Well, wait till we get into it more.
Yeah, we've only been talking for about 5 minutes, so, you know, needs a little airtime.
New bottle. I'm still never going to turn any Found North away.
Okay.
They're pretty bottles, too.
So, yeah, you know what? The front of the palate, I'm getting no heat.
No? That's where I had it all.
No, I didn't have any. But as I, you know, as it went down the back and then it went down here, you know, it's got a solid hug. It wasn't like anything unbearable heat-wise for me.
No, this time, that's how it was. Second sip's much easier.
Okay, well, truth be told, I was just at a liquor store trying had a pour.
Oh!
So, but it was only like a Saz Rye, so it was only 90 proof.
Okay.
Right, so.
Now I find out.
It's not like I was at the bar. So, yeah, we're going to go in deeper, but.
Oh,
like,
I already am.
She's already deeper. She's already deep. She drank. She already poured herself. No, I mean, you know, off the front, I got to really analyze what I'm getting. I'm getting some sweetness, some caramel. When you're getting off the back, though, there's some baking spices, and there's a little funkiness. Like I don't know if it's minty. I don't know if I'm getting like that cedar wood. It's not offensive though to me.
I gotta go in better.
She's got to go in better.
I just did a quick one.
Okay, notice where the bottle is. We'll see if it's down to here when we
No,
come back.
no, it won't be.
Okay. Deb's been telling me my scores are too high. So she said you gotta chop them down a little bit. I'm just joking. She didn't say that. All right. So I found this interesting, numerous things. I think mine's going to be a little higher than hers. She wasn't told. She said it wasn't her favorite. Is that correct, or am I putting words in your mouth?
Not my favorite Found North.
There we go. All right. So let's talk about the nose.
Okay, let me go first.
Okay.
First time it was sweet with almost like a little herbal thing, bordering on medicinal smell. But, okay, I have 2 of everything. And then after I did all my initial, I did some drop. I did 1 drop, and then that really sweetened up the nose. I didn't have that medicinal herbally scent after I put the drop in.
My nose is not the best, right? I should be taking nasal spray before these videos. But I got a little vanilla, some faint honey, and what I noticed is, like, sometimes I'm here, I'm sniffing, and then I'm sniffing like too much, right? So then if I put it down, relax for a minute, which you don't want to see on camera, and then I come back to it, you know, I get something different. Like maybe it's like sensory overload, even though, so then I got the faintest of blackberry, like 1 or 2 times. Like I've been sniffing this for like 10 minutes, right? Trying to pick things out, and I don't get everything every time. So definitely sweetness and just like a little bit.
You agree with me on the little medicinal herbal?
I did not get that.
I did till I put the drop in, then it got better.
Okay. So let's go to my favorite part.
Oh, do me first.
Do you first? Okay, go ahead.
I had cinnamon and mint, but not like toothpastey.
Okay.
But, and then after the drop, it was the same thing, just a little milder, not so much minty.
Okay, so I got some like, you're going to think I'm crazy.
I know you were crazy.
I got a little hot fudge and caramel.
He's crazy.
Okay.
He's pulling the shit out of his ass.
Whoop! Hot fudge and caramel, and some baking spices. Now, I am not good at differentiating between the baking spices. You know, it could be like 3, 4, 5 different ones. I think I need to go and just sit in the spice drawer and, you know, start licking some spices.
No, you should. Know the difference. There's a big difference.
Okay, well, what kind of spices did you get?
I didn't say baking spices. You did.
Did you get any spices?
Cinnamon I got.
Okay, cinnamon.
Yeah.
That's like the go-to. I did add a drop of water, and what it did was it actually enhanced the mouthfeel for me. So I bumped it up a tenth of a point, and it made it sweeter. So actually, the fudge that I thought I was tasting, like hot fudge sundae, that was enhanced. Those sweet.
I think you're thinking about going for ice cream. That's why you're thinking.
I want to go for ice cream. It's almost summer. So those were enhanced with a drop of water. And on my first sip after a drop of water, the back end and the finish was kind of tempered for me. It wasn't as intense. But then that was kind of like hit or miss afterwards. Like the finish in the back end is baking spices for me. And that lingers for me.
Yeah, I said the same thing. The finish is where it's at with this bottle. It's the strongest on the finish. And it was cinnamon to me, the baking spices. I did the drop. It was all the same, but just a little tamed down.
I enjoy the front of the palate. Like, I am getting all this sweetness off the front. And yes, once you take a sip, you are getting the intensity of those baking spices. And I think one sip and one sip only, it's probably not worth mentioning. I got some kind of either mint or pine or cedar, something like weird. I got like on one sip only, while you got it more, I believe.
Not pine or cedar.
I got something a little weird, right?
You haven't figured it out yet.
I haven't figured it out. I got to drink it more. Look, notice the bottle is still at the same. All right, so
I definitely want to come back to it and see if it changes.
We are going to throw this in a Found North blind. Just how many are we going to do is the question.
As many as we have.
That's a little crazy. All right, stick around for our ratings.
Ready?
We're back.
All right, you know what to do. Smash that button.
And you have to subscribe to the station.
And ring the bell for notifications.
All right. And also, last time Deb was snickering. I'm watching this time. In the comments, click on the link to the Patreon for exclusive content and giveaways. All right. You want to know our ratings? Hold on 1 second. All right, we're back, and Deb says I got to go first, right? So, I gave mine a solid, but not crazy, 8.2.
Really? I gave it a 7.4.
Woo!
I think that's the lowest I've ever given a Found North.
Okay, so what was turning you?
I mean, 7's good.
What was turning you off, though?
Too much baking spices for me.
Too spicy?
Which drinks hot.
Too spicy on the front, the back, all over?
Well, the front wasn't too bad. On the back, initial sip.
Okay, when you put a drop of water, did you
feel it? It was still spicy, but tamed down.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. I enjoyed that. I just tried to let it linger on the front as long as I can to enjoy that front of the palate. And then, whoop,
down the
hatch. Okay, what'd you give it again?
A 7.4.
That might be your lowest in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm interested, and you guys are going to watch to see if, when we do this blind, where this one.
That'll be my number one.
I mean, because we got the regular batches, and we got the specialty batches. We got a store pick. Deb will like the store pick because it's butterscotch. That'll probably win. All right, are we done?
No, buyer pass.
Oh, okay. So first of all, I don't have a problem with this. I enjoyed it. I don't mind spending the $160.
I thought it was a little pricey for what I liked. If it was $40 less, I'd be more happy.
Do I need 2 bottles?
No.
No. So maybe a friend will be getting this second bottle, right? Okay, so Deb's a pass. I'm okay with it. Don't pay crazy amounts though.
Yeah, there are better ones out there.
Yeah. Okay, so if you say that, we'll never meet the Taylor brothers.
No, we'll meet. Well, no, their other stuff is great.
Yes, and I love this. So you don't have to meet Deb. Just hang out with me. All right. When we come back to it, it might be
Yeah,
a little better.
It was good, but just not. I know what Found North can do, and it just didn't do that for me.
We're past the shoulder.
1
Then
month.
from the bourbon note, I know that you don't believe in it, but I do. We have to have this conversation in more detail about, the neck pour. All right. You going to say it, or do I got to say it?
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment below on your thoughts on Found North products and Batch 11 in particular.
Are Found North products really prevalent in the bourbon world, or is it just Northeast, or what?
I don't know their distribution, but I do know that a lot of people aren't as into Found North as, let's say, if you put a Buffalo Trace product up there, they're going to be like, ooh.
Well, we picked this up in California, so it goes as far as California.
Right. So, but I mean, it's there. I'm interested to see how long it sits on shelves, right? If you can find it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Remember, bourbon's for sharing. Share this video. Cheers.
Cheers.